In this document, I'll reveal to you the new psychology-based NeuroFunnel that we're using to generate pre-framed, high-quality sales calls on autopilot for coaches, consultants, and course creators. The reality of 2024 is that we've officially entered an attention recession. Your prospects are sleepwalking to a fog of gurus trying to scream offers at them. The attention span for advertisements is on average 2.5 seconds, and yet every coach, consultant, or course creator's ads and marketing are all the same. Nothing new, nothing unique, nothing that stands out, and this is a surefire way to fail. You need something far better in order to win in today's ultra-competitive marketplace. You need a way to capture and then keep prospects' attention and then lay out a full marketing argument on why your system is better than the competition's, why it's exactly what they need to solve their problem, and get the results they're looking for. The solution for this is the NeuroFunnel that ethically exploits your prospects' deep-rooted evolutionary psychology and is able to bypass the reptilian brain to avoid the killer of all ads and marketing, which is something called categorization, which I'm going to go through in a second here. So this leads to low cost per lead, low cost per call, and ultimately a low cost per acquisition, allowing you to scale profitably. And I'll explain how this works in just a minute. But here's some proof of the results it's been able to generate. And these are all monthly stats for different clients that I've worked with, we worked with. So $86,000 in spend, $1.6 million in revenue, 18.9x in ROAS. Here, $78,000 in spend, $333,000 in revenue, 4.2x return. And this is all on a monthly basis. 15K in revenue, 15K in spend, $64,000 in revenue, 3.4x ROAS. $10,000 in spend, $55,000 in revenue, 4.46 ROAS. 12K spend, 100K in revenue, 5.3 ROAS. $6,800 spend, $150,000 in revenue. So we are doing this through something called the NeuroFunnel, which I'm going to cover in depth in this video. And it's night and day different from all the common marketing methods you're familiar with, because it's able to bypass your prospect's reptilian brain by positioning your offer and mechanism, and your mechanism is your process that delivers your client results, as new, novel, and superior in your prospect's mind. And this ultimately forces your marketing message straight into the prospect's neocortex, thus creating higher conversions, leading to more qualified sales calls at a lower cost, which leads to a lower cost to acquire a customer, which then leads to more sales at higher profit margins. And I'll cover in depth in just a minute why this actually matters and why without being able to bypass your prospect's reptilian brain will lead to marketing being very ineffective in today's ultra competitive advertising landscape. And you're going to be blown away by this, I promise, because it's all based on deep evolutionary psychology. On top of this, what the NeuroFunnel does is that it creates the belief that your unique mechanism is better and more effective than anything else out there, creating the belief that your system is exactly what they need to solve their problem, that is better than the competitor solutions, which is crucial in marketing. Now, the effect of this is that all of your marketing will do the heavy lifting, which means that once the prospect gets on that sales call, all you or your closer have to do is sell people on the program, right? Now, here's why this is crucial. So there's two sales that have to happen whenever you're selling coaching or consulting. The sale on the system, number one. Number two, the sale on the program. So first, you need to get your prospects to believe that your system is exactly what they need to solve their problem and that it's new and different from everything else out there. Then once that belief is established, you need to sell them on the actual program. So the NeuroFunnel creates the first sale systematically and fully automated, making the selling almost superfluous. How? Due to the way this process is structured, all the way from the ads to the marketing funnel, the prospects will get in your sales call already pre-framed, believing that your system is the one thing that will solve their problem and get them the results they're looking for. Then all you have to do is sell them on the program, which is the easy part. So my name is Ville Lehtonen. You may recognize my name. I'm the guy who builds marketing systems from many of the highly successful coaches and consultants in the info space. People like Joel Kaplan from Agency Lab. He earns about $1 million a month in cash collected. There's Fernando Gonzalez, who's Robert Kiyosaki's business partner of 25 years. There's Jose Peña, Dallas Heliman, 8-figure real estate coaching business. There's Boyd Hook, who owns a multi-7-figure coaching business featured on Netflix. So I worked with dozens of high-level coaches and consultants over the past 7 years that I've been on this journey. So I spent multiple 7 figures on ads and generated over 8 figures in revenue for the clients that I've worked with. Just one of the clients that I worked with was able to scale from $15K per month to $1.6 million per month in revenue. And that was a screenshot you saw above. And I've invested multiple 5 figures to learn from the best marketing and advertising coaches in the world. Guys like Jason Hornung, Todd Brown, who was my original mentor, Sabri Subi, Ashton Sanks, and Sam Ovens, and then dozens and dozens of more. And what I've done is I've taken everything that I've learned from these top experts throughout the years and synthesized everything together into one system, which is now called the NeuroFunnel. So the truth is that we've officially entered an attention recession. Online attention is getting shorter and shorter. There was a research done by firm I-Square. They found out that the average attention span of internet users is about 2.5 seconds. And this was, data was collected over 320 studies and done with over 340K of, participants. Then there's something called the dwell time, which means that how long people look at different online ads. As you can see on this graph, here's like 100%, attention. And then this is like the drop off rate, right? So as you can see already at 3 seconds, about more than 60% of people drop off and actually stop looking at the ads. After 4 seconds, the dwell time is less than 30%, which means that over 70% of people stop looking at that particular ad. So the average attention span is very low. So then if you look at how many ads your prospects see on a daily basis, on top of that, back in 2007, they did a research where they essentially surveyed 4,100 people, found out the average person sees about 5,000 ads per day. And today, the number is even higher and people see about 10,000 ads per day. So this is why normal advertising, typical sales funnels, normal promises like get 20 sales calls with ads or lose 10,000 in 1 week, and common mechanisms also no longer work. And I know because I used to run all these things for clients before I knew any better. Did I get results? Yes, but it was a hit or a miss. Sometimes the client would get great results and sometimes not, and I had no idea why. Now, these methods no longer work mainly because they're unable to bypass your prospect's reptilian brain. And simply put, what this means is that the ads and marketing do not capture and keep people's attention well enough to actually go through your entire marketing process from start to finish. So from the ad to the sales funnel, all the way to scheduling a sales call. And most people, they drop off in the first 1 to 5 seconds of viewing your ad. So they do not even make it to the sales funnel. And here's a little bit of proof of that. So this is from one of my client accounts. This is a video ad. And we spent close to $10,000 on this ad. And you can see the average play time. And this is an ad that's created pretty well. So it's a pretty good ad that actually was profitable. But look at the average video play time here. It's 5 seconds with $10,000 in spend, right? And so I'm not talking about just doing something crazy in the first 5 seconds of your video ad or saying something outlandish in your ad copy just to get people's attention or doing some kind of editing trickery in your video in an attempt to keep people engaged. That's surface level stuff, and that doesn't work if the psychology in your marketing message is not on point, because this stuff goes much, much deeper than that. And what happens if you do this is this leads to a high cost per lead, high cost per sales call, high no-show cancel rates, low close rates, and also ultimately high cost per acquisition, which means that you end up paying way too much to acquire a customer. So you're left with no profit at the end of the day, and thus you cannot grow your business. So this is the old way of client acquisition and old way of advertising and marketing. You're running typical ads that everyone has seen 1,000 times. I just took some examples today from the Facebook ads library. Just look at this. 88 is your business owner. Here's your pathway out of chaos and overwhelm. Free strategies for business owners. Nothing new, nothing unique, nothing exciting. You always wanted to become a coach, make an impact, have more freedom in your life. Become a coach, sign your first 10K, sign your first 1K client. Nothing new, nothing unique. Ready to take your business to new heights. Get your hands on this new ebook. Get your hand on this ebook today. So your messaging is the same as everyone else's. There's nothing unique about your systems that the prospects can actually see. There's nothing that separates you from the 10,000 other coaches out there screaming their promises with their ads. And due to the fact that we're in an attention recession where most people give you an ad exactly 2 to 3 seconds to capture their attention, the result is that most people skip your ads, which leads to a high cost per lead, high cost per call, and high cost per sale. And even the people who do click on your ads and get to your funnel, they leave before watching your video sales letter or webinar or your free training. So they never even book a call, which leads to a high cost per lead, high cost per call, and again, high cost per sale. And even a lot of people who actually end up booking a call, they ultimately don't show up because you're completely commoditized in their minds. So there's no urgency or reason to actually show up. So people just end up ghosting you. This leads to high no-show and cancel rates, which leads to high cost per sale. And trying to run a business where your customer acquisition is so high that you end up with no profit margins or low profit margins at the end of the day will obviously not work, especially at scale. So here's exactly what happens in your prospect's brain when you're marketing like this. And this is gonna blow you away. So I'm sure you know the brain is broken down into three parts. There's the reptilian brain, there's the limbic brain, and there's the reptilian brain. Sorry, the last one is the neocortex. So at the top here, we have the youngest part of the brain, which is the neocortex. This is where all of our complex thinking, rationalization, and calculating is done. And when a prospect decides to book in a call with you to potentially buy your high-ticket offer, they are operating out of their neocortex, which will become extremely important to remember in a few minutes, because the reason why your current ads, current offers, and overall marketing is not working is exactly because of this, which I'll explain in just a minute. Then you have the second part here is the limbic brain, which is responsible for all our emotional responses. And finally, you have the reptilian brain, which has evolved over millions upon millions of years, and it's responsible for survival and also instincts. Now, it's also responsible for filtering all new incoming messages that your brain receives from the outside world. Think of, for example, seeing ads. So the reptilian brain wants to categorize any message that it gets so it doesn't have to expound any energy. It wants to know if this is a mate, if this is food, is this something I should kill or something I should ignore, okay? And it all operates on a subconscious level. So new information first enters the reptilian brain, then it goes into the limbic brain, and then it goes into the neocortex. So first here it goes to the reptilian brain, limbic brain, and then neocortex. So when this part of our brain filters new information, it quickly, using the least amount of effort, it identifies all the information that could affect us and ignores everything else. Essentially, it filters the new piece of information based on whether it's something we absolutely need to deal with or if it's something out of the ordinary, because something new could essentially harm us. Now, if a piece of information is something we've dealt with 100 times before, the reptilian brain simply ignores it. This is through something called categorization, which I already talked about. So it essentially puts the message, which is the ad, into a category of I've seen this before. So think about this. When you go outside and you see trees, you don't spend any time processing those trees, right? Despite you noticing the trees, you don't really take them in and consciously think about them every time you see trees, right? Reason being is because your reptilian brain simply categorizes and ignores that piece of information because it's seen, or it says, I've seen this 1,000 times, so it's not important to me. You know, if the reptilian brain could actually talk, that's what it would say. However, if the reptilian brain determines that the piece of information it just received is new, novel, exciting, and out of the ordinary, then and only then it will accept that information and send it to the neocortex. So in other words, unless your marketing message can get past the reptilian brain of your prospect into the limbic brain and then into the neocortex, they're going to ignore your ads and thus never booking that call with you. Because remember, at the point which your prospect books in a consult with you, they're operating out of their neocortex. Why? So the decision to book a call, think about this, the decision to book a call happens in the neocortex, since this is where all of the complex thinking, rationalization, and calculating is done, okay? So people need to rationalize and have a good reason to book in a call with you before doing so. And if your message never gets to that part of the brain where actually that person makes the decision, it's never going to happen. And so the reason why your ads and overall marketing is being ignored by your prospect is simple. Whatever market you're in, your prospect would have been exposed to very similar marketing messages in the past. So when they come across your message and your ad, their reptilian brain automatically categorizes it and rejects it because it says, I've seen this 1,000 times, so I didn't need to spend any energy on it. And here's a graph showing that. So essentially your ads, they first get filtered through the reptilian brain. And because there's nothing new, nothing exciting, nothing unique about it, it all gets ignored. And it doesn't get sent to the top part, which is the neocortex. So this leads to high cost per leads, high cost per call, and ultimately high cost of customer acquisition. So what's the solution? The solution is the new NeuroFunnel. It's a new kind of marketing system that thrives in today's attention recession. The NeuroFunnel bypasses your prospect's reptilian brain by positioning your offer and mechanism as new, novel, and superior in your prospect's mind. And it also avoids categorization, which ultimately forces that marketing message straight into the neocortex and thus creating high conversions. Now, once we've bypassed the prospect's reptilian brain and we have their full attention, and we can actually keep that attention, now we can actually lay out our marketing argument and install the beliefs that the prospect needs to believe in order to buy your offer. And this is marketing 101. So the NeuroFunnel consists of your entire marketing process, from the ads to the messaging in the ads, which is the copy, to the offer we're using, to the unique mechanism, and then ultimately to the funnel, and everything that's in that funnel that actually books in these consults with you automatically. So essentially, the NeuroFunnel is optimized for exactly how the human brain has evolved over millions upon millions of years. And I'll show you exactly how this works in a second. So there's a quote that says, "Marketing is applied psychology." And the definition of psychology is the scientific study of the human mind and its functions, especially those affecting behavior in a given context. So this is exactly why the NeuroFunnel works and works so well. Because we're all we essentially doing, we're applying psychology to marketing. So we understand how the brain works and then how it affects behavior, which is psychology, in the context of a prospect seeing advertisements and marketing. So let me show you how this works. This is a quick graph kind of explaining, showing how this actually works. So starting from here, at the bottom, you'll see kind of the timeline. So here the prospect sees an ad. The prospect clicks on the ad and they go to the funnel, they book a call and they purchase. Okay, and here's what happens in kind of the brain level in the prospect's mind. So first they see an ad, and when the ad is done the right way, it bypasses that prospect's reptilian brain. So essentially here the new information goes in through the eyes and the ears. It goes into the reptilian brain and then it gets sent to the neocortex if the ad is done the right way. So now essentially the prospect sees your mechanism and offer as new, novel, and exciting. And essentially this is what the prospect is thinking. So wow, I've actually found something new and different that would actually solve my problems and get me results. Okay. Then that prospect clicks on the ad and goes to the funnel, and then excited to learn more, they will watch your VSL, which is the free training that you have, which then creates the full marketing argument on why your mechanism is the best thing for them and why it will get them the results they're looking for. And one by one, we establish the beliefs that they need to believe in order to accept your marketing thesis. And your marketing thesis essentially goes something like this. So the XYZ system will solve my problem and get me the results better than all the other methods out there. So all we need to do then is to create the beliefs that support this thesis, okay? Next one, they actually book a call, right? So now, even before booking in that call, your prospect will be pre-framed, indoctrinated, and believe in your system and believe that your system is what they need to solve their problem and get the results they're looking for. And also, that is better than the other methods out there. So when they book that call, two things will happen. Your show rates will be high because the prospects are actually excited due to just finding a solution to their problem, something that's better than anything else out there, and a way to actually achieve their goals. Now, second thing is that closing will be much easier because they already have the beliefs that they need to believe in order to buy. Think about that. So they have the beliefs that they need to believe in order to buy. So they believe that your unique mechanism works better than the other methods out there, that it works even in their specific situation, and that it even works if they failed before and they can still succeed even if they failed before, and a myriad of different other beliefs. So they have all those beliefs, and that's why the selling will become superfluous on the actual sales call. So now they actually purchase, and the result of this is that your cost per lead, cost per call, and cost per acquisition will be much lower than with any other typical advertising and marketing methods. And when your cost per acquisition is low, you can scale profitably and make a ton of money, right? Moving on here. So by now, you should understand how the NeuroFunnel works and why it's so effective at capturing and keeping prospects' attention and generating more qualified sales calls that actually show up and buy, especially in today's economy. And that's why today we're offering to install the NeuroFunnel in your business and run neuro ads for you on performance basis. That means for free, and we only get paid once you get results. All you have to do is pay for the ad spend. So if you already had enough information and want to take advantage of this unique opportunity, I recommend going below this video in the description box and booking a call to speak with me one-on-one now. So we're looking for a small group of motivated coaches, consultants, and course creators who want to work with us one-on-one to copy and paste the NeuroFunnel in their business over the next few weeks. Now, we're not trying to sell everyone on this. So this only works for coaches, consultants, and course creators who have a specific type of coaching business and are already generating a minimum of 10K per month. This shouldn't be profit, by the way, 10K per month in revenue. and that also have a great offer with potential for scale. So you have no risk of simply booking a call and speaking with me to see if this would be a good fit for you. So for those who still want more information, let me explain why I believe the NeuroFunnel is the absolute most effective thing for client acquisition at scale. Number one, it creates a moat around your business. So more and more of your competitors are simply copying and pasting what you're doing, offering bigger and bolder guarantees, and creating a race to the bottom. And why shouldn't they? If your uniqueness is your client results or how much you care for your clients, your competitors can easily make those same claims. So when people come into contact with your marketing, they mentally opt out because there's nothing new and unique about it. They've seen it 100 times. This is why categorization is dead. But if you use the NeuroFunnel, you're going to have a strong, unique mechanism, and we're going to help create this for you, that's new, novel, and superior in your prospect's mind. Now, this does three things. It demands attention, separates you from the competition, and creates hope in the prospect's mind because they think, oh, I didn't have this before, that's why I didn't get the results. So this creates a moat around your business because you have a system that nobody else has and your competitors can't really copy because it's unique to you and the way you get your client results, allowing you to charge more and create your own category to sell from. Number two, it allows you to get a much cheaper cost per call and ultimately a cheaper cost per acquisition. So here's how to think about it. If your advertising is pretty much the same as everyone else's, meaning there's nothing really new, unique, or exciting about your ads and what you're offering, that will obviously lead to significantly less people clicking on your ads. And when you're advertising on Facebook and IG, you're paying for impressions, which is the same cost for you and your competitors. So as an example, if you're spending, let's say, $50 per 1,000 impressions, which means that 1,000 people in your target audience will see your ad, and what they see is exactly what they've seen 100,000 times. Do you think many of those people actually click on your ads, go to your funnel, and then book a call and buy? Of course not. And if you think that way, you're severely underestimating the task at hand, which is getting people to click on your ads and book sales calls with you in today's competitive marketplace. So I originally learned this from a mentor, Todd Brown, who's one of the top marketers and teachers in the online info consulting coaching space. He said, never underestimate the task at hand when it comes to getting people to buy online. Okay. Now, if we take the same scenario where we show our ads to 1,000 people in your target market and we pay the same amount, but this time the ads seem unique, exciting, and your mechanism and offer is superior to your competitors, do you think that more people will click on your ads and book calls and buy? Of course. Now, this will lead to a cheaper cost per click, cheaper cost per lead, and cheaper cost per call, and ultimately a cheaper cost to acquire a customer, which leads to more profit. And to drive this point home even further, here's an example. So imagine you're looking to lose 20 pounds and create you're looking to lose 20 pounds and create your dream physique. And you're scrolling on the IG newsfeed on your cell phone and see an ad from a coach that says, hey, learn to lose 20 pounds and build muscle. I'm a certified physique coach. I've helped 1,000 people get in shape. Would you click on that ad? No, because you've seen stuff like this 100 times. It doesn't capture your attention and it creates mental opt-out. There's nothing new, nothing unique about it. However, as an example, if you saw an ad that was something along the lines of this, there's a new science-based DNA-X4 method that's based on blood work and DNA testing that's allowing busy professionals to lose weight and build muscle rapidly. We test your blood work, DNA, and then modify the DNA 4X method specifically based on your testing results. This way your diet, exercise regimen will be 100% optimized for your body, allowing you to eat the exact type of foods and work out in the exact type of way that will work for your body type and your DNA, resulting in rapid, sustainable results. Now, that's a quick example I just wrote here, but I'm sure you get the point. Out of the 1,000 people that you're showing ads to, do you think more people would be interested in this thing that's new and unique, or the former example that they've seen 100 times? Exactly. So this is why the NeuroFunnel allows you to get much cheaper cost per calls and cost per acquisition. And obviously, this is just an example on the ad level, but it goes much further than this because we still have the VSL, we have the free training, and we have to create that marketing argument in there. But this is just one example. So number three, it will skyrocket your organic marketing. So once we implement the NeuroFunnel and position your offer and mechanism as new, novel, and superior in your prospect's mind, now whatever organic content you create, whether that's on Instagram, YouTube, you're creating the same effect there as in your ads. So people will see your entire brand as different and better from the competition, allowing you to get much more traction with your content, leading to more leads, booked calls, and sales. because it's the same thing I just explained when it comes to ads a minute ago. So if your organic content is something that your target market has seen 100 times, these typical how-to videos and all this shit that they've seen a million times, they will not watch it. But it's if it's new, unique, exciting, people will then pay attention, okay? Number 4, it makes selling on the phone much easier. So like I mentioned before, there's 2 sales that have to happen when you're selling coaching or consulting: the sale on the system and the program. First, you need to get people or the prospects to believe that your system is exactly what they need to solve their problem, and that is new and different from anything else out there. Then once that belief is established, all you need to do is sell them on the program. And the NeuroFunnel creates the first sale systematically and fully automated, making selling almost superfluous. How? Due to the way this process is structured, all the way from the ads to the marketing funnel, prospects will get on your sales calls already pre-framed, believing that your system is the one thing that will solve their problems. Then all you have to do is sell them on the program, which is the easy part. So here's a quick explanation on how we do this. The way we do this is by creating belief in the unique mechanism in the VSL that people watch as they come into your funnel. So in this video, our goal, and our number 1 goal, is to get them to believe in the one thing, which is your marketing argument. And the marketing argument goes something like this: the XYZ method will solve my problem, give me the results I'm looking for better than any of the other solutions out there. If the prospect believes this, then them giving you money will become 10 times easier than if not. So in the VSL, what we're doing is we're creating something called sub-beliefs in a logical order, which then essentially support that thesis. And when done the right way, your prospects will you're giving your prospects valuable content, but not in the typical way. When most people talk about giving value, they refer to essentially teaching the prospect something, like some XYZ steps or XYZ pillars. Now, this kind of content that you see all over the place is not actually proper marketing. Proper marketing changes your prospects' beliefs and gets them closer to the sale. Okay? So this transforming of beliefs is far more valuable than any kind of steps or pillars. Why? Because when it's done correctly, you're creating belief in the prospect's mind that he or she can in fact succeed in whatever your topic is, or whatever you're promising, and creating the belief that that there's a solution that will solve their problems and get them to their goal. So giving your prospect these beliefs is far more valuable than any kind of typical content. If your prospect doesn't have the right beliefs, they won't follow through with any of the content anyway. So this is why using the NeuroFunnel, you're getting your prospect one step closer to the sale, fully automated, which then alleviates a ton of pressure from the actual sales call. And like I said, if this sounds interesting to you and you want to see how this could, if this sounds interesting to you and you see how this could make a difference in your results, so don't hesitate to jump on this opportunity. Book a call in the description box of this video to see if this would be a good fit to you. So we're offering to install this NeuroFunnel in your business and run neuro ads for you on a performance basis. That means for free. So we only get paid once you get results, and all you have to do is pay for the ad spend. All we're doing is we're looking for a small group of motivated coaches, consultants, and course creators who want to work with us one-on-one to paste the NeuroFunnel into their business over the next few weeks. And like I said, we're not trying to sell everyone on this. This only works for coaches, consultants, and course creators who have a specific type of coaching business and who are already generating a minimum of 10K per month in revenue, not profit. And that already has a great offer with potential for scale. So there's no risk for you. Just book a call below. For those of you who are still interested but have some questions, let me address a few concerns that you might have about leveraging the NeuroFunnel for your business. So number 1, doesn't ads take a long time to get working? Which is something that I hear all the time. So the answer is yes. No matter how good your marketing is, advertising is just not a get rich quick scheme. There's still an initial time period where you have to test multiple different creatives, copy, and audiences to figure out what works and what doesn't specifically for your business. It's not easy. But the thing is, you don't want it to be easy. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it and it wouldn't be valuable. But if you have the patience, thick skin, and able to stick through it, the rewards can be spectacular. See, the way Facebook advertising works is that once you find something that consistently gets you sales within your CPA KPI, which is your cost per acquisition KPI, you can scale that to very high numbers. When I did $1.6 million in a single month for a client, using this process, we literally only had 3 ads and a couple of audiences that we were running to. But we were spending $4,000 a day on these ads that then created the $1.6 million in sales that you saw in the beginning of this video. But to find those 3 ads and a couple of audiences, we had to test dozens and dozens of ads and audiences, which took actually months to do so. Now, some people might say that, oh, that's a long time. But so what? Because anything great takes time and effort. And if the result is $1.6 million per month in sales, would you be mad that it took some months to get there? Of course not. And yes, there are instances where you turn on the ads and within 7 days you're already making multiple sales. That definitely happens, but it's very rare. And to achieve that, you have to have some kind of an advantage, whether that's a huge social following, tons of credibility, or a completely new thing that gets people amazing results. But most of the time, it just takes time. So another question, isn't this just a typical VSL, video sales letter funnel with some Facebook ads? So what type of funnel you utilize, whether that's a VSL, a webinar, case study funnel, doesn't really matter. Anyone out there can create any of these funnels in 1 hour. And what comes to Facebook and Instagram ads, those can be thrown up by a 15-year-old in 15 minutes. What matters is how you do them. For Facebook ads, it's all about understanding human psychology and being able to say something in your video ad, headline, and the copy of the ad that actually piques people's curiosity, captures their attention, and actually gets people to click through. And then for your marketing funnel, it's knowing how to lay out a proper marketing argument that creates the belief that your unique mechanism is the thing that will solve their problem and is better than the other solutions out there, and then gets people to book a call and actually to be excited to show up for the call. And all of this leads to qualified low-cost leads, low-cost calls, high show rates, and low customer acquisition costs, which then obviously translates to a lot of sales and high profits. So essentially, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And after being in the advertising and marketing game for over 8 years, I can tell you that there's a world of difference in between just throwing up some ads and some funnels versus creating ads and funnels that actually convert and are scalable and sustainable. Think about it as, creating a pasta dish. So I'm sure you can visit the grocery store right now, whip up some pasta dish in less than 20 minutes. But if you went to a Michelin star Italian restaurant in New York City, where you paid, let's say, $300 for a pasta dish with the highest quality ingredients possible, and a Michelin star chef putting that together with a recipe that's taken 10 years to perfect, which one do you think would taste better? Exactly. It's not what you do, but how you do it. The same thing applies to ads and marketing. All of these funnels can work if they're done the right way. So if this sounds interesting and you see how this could make a difference in your results, don't hesitate to jump on this opportunity and book a call in the description box of this video to see if this would be a good fit for you. So like I mentioned, we're offering to install the NeuroFunnel in your business and run neuro ads for you on a performance basis. That means for free, and we only get paid once you get results. So all you have to do is pay for the ad spend. We're looking for a small group of motivated coaches, consultants, and course creators who want to work with us one-on-one to copy and paste the NeuroFunnel into their business over the next few weeks. And we're not trying to sell everyone on this. This only works for coaches, consultants, and course creators who have a specific type of coaching business, already generating a minimum of 10K per month in revenue, and also has a great offer with potential for scale. So you have no risk. Simply click the button below this video, or the link, click the link in the description box to this video to book in your call, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Thank you.